हाय फेलो जिटस्टर, आप अपना नाम सेट कर दोगे प्लीज? टॉप राइट पे आना चाहिए।
No, he is not picking.
कोई नहीं, नो इश्यूज।
Yeah.
5-10 मिनट और वेट करते हैं, देन वील स्टार्ट।
ठीक। 'अरे समटाइम्स यू डू दिस' मतलब लिंक को अपन उसमें मार्कडाउन में कर देते हैं ना, हाउ दैट हैपन? आई हैव ट्राइड, मांगा नहीं था वो मुझसे।
कहाँ, टेलीग्राम पे?
हाँ, टेलीग्राम पे।
टेलीग्राम पे यार, द ओनली वे आई हैव बीन एबल टू यूज लिंक्स इज थ्रू द डेस्कटॉप ऐप। उसमें आई कैन क्या कहते हैं, बेसिकली आई जस्ट शो यू। कैन यू सी माई स्क्रीन?
यस।
ओके, सो इसमें व्हाट आई कैन डू इज and then control K, that will give me this thing. uh,
ओह! ओके।
uh,
हाँ, क्योंकि मैं बच रहा था एप्लीकेशन को डाउनलोड करने से।
नहीं, आई थिंक फ़ोन में भी देर इज़ सम मेथड। ब्राउज़र में मेरा टेलीग्राम चलता नहीं, जियो ब्लॉक्स इट। तो आई डोंट नो क्या है। यूजुअली यू कैन जस्ट डू ऐसे, मतलब a and then something, it turns into a link, but somehow इसमें नहीं। Okay, let's just start. एज इट इज़ डिस्कशन लंबा चलेगा तो ओके मैं डायरेक्टली स्क्वाश मर्ज कर रहा हूँ बिकॉज दिस इज ऑलरेडी पे है इट्स नॉट अफेक्टिंग द साइट दैट्स द लिंक अगर आपको लोकली खोलना है एंड जी ओके let's start with something really simple network. दिस इज ये काफ़ी पुराना है आई मीन 5 years ago बट इन 9 lines इस बंदे ने पूरा न्यूरल नेटवर्क क्रिएट कर दिया सो कैन टेक अ लुक एट दैट कैसे भाई तो दिस इज हिम क्रिएटिंग द ट्रेनिंग डेटा सेट राइट ये आई थिंक लुक्स लाइक आई डोंट नो कौन सा डेटा सेट है नॉट श्योर दिस इज द नेटवर्क का वेट usually when we say so and so network है so on this thing so if this, after adapting for Python we should be that is your network आप अपने नाम डाल दोगे ये दो नाम नहीं दिख पेलोजिस्टर स्टर करके ये यहाँ पे नाम डाल सकते टॉप राइट में ना so that's the basic small thing what you're doing is randomly 3 by 1 का matrix बनाया and then you're just creating those this is your 3 by 1 wala matrix then what you do is this is what you call the training loop right now this looks very simple I then this thing is just going output these are combined into output directly this is what the neural network looks like when you start it like this random weights. 3 by 1 is the shape of the matrix, and this fancy stuff you can actually remove this. This is also perfectly okay neural net. Now this is what you call your train. So what you do is output calculate करते हो पहले. So you do dot product with training set inputs and your neural network, and ये looks like sigmoid function. So उसको थोड़ा बाहर निकाल देते हैं. That is sigmoid function. Then output equals to sigmoid of output. ये इसकी ज़रूरत नहीं. And then this thing is this is the back propagation calculated for sigmoid. Sigmoid का अच्छा चीज़ ये है कि it is its own inverse, so you don't need to do any special stuff. You can look this up. This is classically what is called back propagation. ये स्कूल में हमने पढ़ा था ना डिफरेंशिएशन का चेन रूल. This is the same thing applied to matrices. कैलकुलस का चेन रूल होता था ना. This is the same thing but applied to matrices. Okay. So this is what a very simple neural network looks like. This is forward, this is backward, and then what you do is also update the weights in the same pass, because इसने बहुत छोटा लिखा है तो you can. Final thing is actually the final loss, right? If you want to see how the loss changes over time, you can actually do it like this. So now when you run Python small, ज़्यादा ही प्रिंट कर दिया. रन करो and then okay. So it starts with a loss of accuracy of 0.6, and then धीरे 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 ऐसे होता है, and then it reaches 99%. Nicer way to look at this be let's see. Yeah, I can. किसी का mic. Much better. Now that we have this, we can do dot पास एक कमांड. dot text this is what the plot looks like. Maybe first 1000 अगर ले ज़्यादा अच्छा रहेगा. 1000 cat plot. Show me the. You can see accuracy कैसे यहाँ पे start होता है and then starts going up and eventually reaches 99%. So this is what a simple neural network looks like.
Can you briefly explain like what is neural network? Like I'm not getting.
Yeah, sure. Neural network originally start हुआ था it. This was the first equation. देते हैं क्या? हाँ, so this is the first neural. So the inspiration was उस समय पे all these, like this is during 1943. So उस समय पे they were all trying to investigate कि कैसे we can copy what the human mind does. And they reached this, उस time biology was discovering neurons, and so they reached this understanding कि neurons are basically the whole compute power of the brain. That was the understanding that they had at that time. So what they did was inputs. They modeled the neuron, and that is why the name neural network existed. आजकल के if you reinvent neural networks today, it will not be called neural networks. It will simply be called matrix. Say you can say learning representation learning. So this is what a neural network looks like. अब ये पिक्चर देखने में बहुत अच्छा लगता है, but it doesn't actually convey anything. So what we can do is simple.py. आपको वो याद है स्कूल में we used to have this mx plus c वाला equation?
Yeah.
So this is a linear equation, right? For example, a small change in x is always going to result in a relatively small change in y in the same direction, है ना? So this is a linear equation. We can also call this f x equals to mx plus c, right? Same चीज है. Now what people started doing is इसके आगे एक और function लगा दो. So you have g, or you can say ax equals to sine of f of x, right? इतना समझ आया?
Yeah.
Okay. So this sine function that you are seeing is called the activation function. Yeah. It is usually put there ताकि it is no longer a linear equation, है ना? There are lots of activation functions. Initially, hard step was the activation function. नहीं hard step activation function bands. Okay. So initially कहाँ था ये? Hard step था, hard sine, hard sequence. स्टेप बैक में बेसिकली प्लस माइनस कर देते थे बस. सॉफ्ट साइन ये वाला साइन आई डोंट थिंक इट इज हियर. मे बी इसमें दिखा रखा है. Yeah, okay, this is the hard step function, right? F of g of x. G of x, they have done this. This is your y equals to mx plus c, right? ये इतना complicated इसीलिए दिख रहा है because when you have x as a matrix and c as a matrix, m also has to be a matrix. एंड ये जो समेशन वगैरह दिखा रहे हैं दैट इज द मैट्रिक्स मल्टीप्लिकेशन. याद है स्कूल में कैसे करते थे? दैट इज व्हाट दे आर डूइंग हियर, राइट? The entire matrix is x1, x2, x3 and these are parts of the matrix and then you get the final answer over here. अच्छा, this is the hard step function. हमने sin function लगा रखा है यहाँ पे. They have put this function कि if it is greater than some theta values 1 otherwise 0, है ना? ये जो theta होता था this used to be called the threshold का. हाँ ओके, this was the threshold. बिकॉज उस टाइम पे जो ये न्यूरॉन्स की पढ़ाई कर रहे थे दे वर सीइंग कि आफ्टर अ सर्टेन वैल्यू न्यूरॉन 1 हो जाता है या एक्टिवेट हो जाता है एंड अदरवाइज इट इज साइलेंट. सो दैट इज व्हाट दे वर मॉडलिंग. ऑफ कोर्स आज बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छे, मतलब अच्छे तो नहीं, अलग अलग टाइप के एक्टिवेशन फंक्शंस अवेलेबल हैं. यूजुअली एवरीवन यूजेस रेलू है क्या कहीं? रेलू ये रहा. आजकल people are using ReLU which is basically very simple, very similar to original वाला function, but हाँ मतलब there was a lot of research to make sure that this is actually very correct. There is the sigmoid. Can you see the sigmoid? S दिख रहा है क्या कहीं पे? Arc tan h logistic function. Okay, sigmoid. This is what you were seeing in the small neural network, 1 plus e minus x, right? इसका प्रॉपर्टी ये होता है कि it is always between 0 and 1 and it is a soft graduation between 0 and 1. ये 0 कभी नहीं होता, 1 कभी नहीं होता. That is why you have the round brackets. Yeah, basically. So moving on, this is your activation function, right? If we were to do it with numpy, so let's say x is equal to np dot rand 3/2 matrix है हमारा, है ना? So you have a 3/2 matrix. अभी तक simple है. Now what you can do is m equals to, now since m has to be a matrix multiplication, this is going to be a 1/3 matrix, and then you can do m at the rate x. This is matrix multiplication in Python. So print m, right? Oh acha, I am not. Okay, so ऐसे दिख से print. Okay, to see. Okay, so ये original x है आपका, and then you have m, and then when you multiply m and x you get a 2-dimensional matrix. This is simply because आपका x is 3/2, so you are actually doing 1,3 cross 3,2, and then school में हम पढ़ते थे this will give me 1,2 का matrix, right? Which tells you that C has to be 1,2, right? So C आपका ये होगा, and then you get mx plus C. So now you get your final wala this thing, and then what you can do is let's say sine ही रख लो, sine of this thing. So that gives you your final output. This neural network gives you a final output of 2 numbers. You can change that by changing it over here, right? So you get a final output of 1 number. So आपने किया क्या है? You have taken something which is 3-dimensional in input and turned it into a 1-dimensional output, and it is all because of y is equal to mx plus c. ये matrix के जो operations हैं, when you look at this thing, that is what they are doing. That is basically what a neural network is. Matrix manipulation. You take things of a certain shape and you turn it into some other shape. One nice place. I have how about I'm just trying to find a good example for this. Usually while writing code, what we do is right next to the code we will use shape comments. जैसे यहाँ पे है जैसे ये है D shape for calculation, D and D, that is matrix shapes, right? And that's what we are doing, basically changing one matrix into another matrix. Is that clear? Does that make sense so far?
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So that is what a normal neural network is. ठीक है. The way you obviously ये neural network हमने जो लिखा है it is useless क्योंकि इसके सारे weights random है. Actually not completely useless, we'll come back to that. There is something called net, which is very interesting. बाद में आएंगे, और echo state networks and so on. Okay, so this actually doesn't do anything useful क्योंकि इसके weights random है. So the actual the process of making this useful is to find the correct weights, right? If the network is small enough, binary search से कर सकते हो आप कि हाँ does this do I go left or do I go right, ऐसे करके. Of course left and right is no longer a valid concept क्योंकि you are operating on a matrix, so you need to change that concept into something else, but binary search still works with networks when you're doing this. Of course only for small ones, otherwise बहुत expensive हो जाता. So you need a better way to find the correct weights. And then what we have is evolution, basically. This is something I wrote, demo my class in LIT. What you do is you have the same thing here. You can see fn is sine I plus w, हमने constant ignore कर दिया है, right? So you have the same forward calculation, and then what you do is you perform it's called evolution और कुछ नाम नहीं दे सकता मैं. So you perform evolution on this, try and find the correct weights, right? The weights are basically this matrix. Try and find the value of the correct matrix and you get your क्या कहते हैं perfect network. So यहाँ पे we are trying to find accuracy कितना है network का, and you see evolution initially horribly perform करता है and then suddenly it jumps up because उसको एक ऐसा value मिल गया है which is doing well, and then it is your perfection वाला score. This is not just small examples के लिए. Evolution also works for systems which are very large. इसमें experiment section. I don't know. I have provided the link to this. You can search for it. Basically, for training neural networks, if you have a very large set of computers, you can use evolution very efficiently to learn or find the correct matrix. Now, coming to our topic of the day, RNN. This is something very, this is mostly what I have worked on. Uh, I did not vision and CNN. Okay, so this is your neural network, right? इसमें से अगर हम फालतू की चीज़ें हटा दें, this is what our entire network is, right? अब प्रॉब्लम ये आती है, so you can imagine that this is probably something input है, so you've got one example of, say, maybe you've got a two pixel and function learn करने की कोशिश कर रहे हो आप, ठीक है, and you've got say 4 examples, right? So this can be one way to do it. Okay, so another thing a problem कहाँ आती है RNN pi? Let's say you have this same thing, but you are looking at, say, आप audio यूज कर रहे हो, so you have 1000 steps of one signal, ठीक है, let's say you have that and you have one such audio file, या फिर उसको उल्टा कर देते हैं, and you have one such audio file, ठीक है. So then how do you so you have time, and then you've got mono, we are just going to call it channel or samples. लाइन में अच्छे से फिट हो जाता है. Okay, so now how do you handle this with something which can only take a 2-dimensional? So iska, the smart thing that people came up with was the recurrent neural. So this is, we'll just take the Ellman and Jordan networks. These are the oldest, simplest things that you can find, right? Take any one of them. So what they did was basically हम हर एक टाइम स्टेप पे हाँ, so what they do is, ये 1000 जो चीज़ें हैं, they will take them one at a time. So they feed one sample का input, they feed it in, they calculate something, right, and they calculate something else, second part भी calculate करते हैं. So you can see it a little better here. They feed it in, W एक output calculate होता है, and then एक hidden state calculate होता है, and then what they do is, next time they give this thing and the previous hidden state. So क्या होता है कि network has a chance to remember things. If we were to write it in a loop fashion for I in X, this will work. Let me see. Okay, so we walk through all the time steps. H is equal to np dot zeros, one by one, right? And then what we do is, xmc हम same रखते हैं, x रहने दो, m and c we keep same, m takes 1 and constant is also 1, and then what we do is h is to साइन, या फिर साइन रहने दो, अभी कॉम्प्लिकेटेड नहीं करते, प्लस सी, ठीक है. then print h at the बार बार python 3 see इसमें zeros like होते whatever. So you get this output है ना. Obviously it is not very impressive right now. So अब इसको समझने की कोशिश करते हैं. For each time step ये for loop लगा दिया उन्होंने and then यहाँ पे आपका h आ रहा है, right? So this is h at the time t and then what they do is यहाँ पे they calculate, you get h coming from the previous time step at time t, they calculate a new h. तो ये हमने यहाँ पे कर दिया, we have replaced h and then using that h they will calculate. Let me change the names a little bit so that it matches the diagram. u यहाँ पे m है, there is no c, there is a w, okay. So you take x and using x and u you calculate the new h. Okay, but that's not, technically that's wrong. You take u and h, you take w and x using a different w plus h plus यार ये लेटर्स खत्म हो रहे हैं, call it L, WL. So what ये जो L-man network का equation है, you're taking x, you're taking previous वाला h and then calculating a new h. That is what we are doing here. We are taking xi and we are taking previous wala h, calculating a new h. You are then taking the new h and calculating a new y. So वो हम directly print कर रहे हैं and when we run this we get some kind of output. इससे help क्या हुई? You were finally able to have things कि let's say आप एक decision करने की कोशिश कर रहे हो कि sequence should start with 1, be completely 0 in the middle and then end with 1. तो इसमें क्या है कि and you cannot limit the length of the sequence. इसमें क्या है, RNN gives you the ability कि आपने पहले कुछ compute कर लिया, वो last तक याद रखो and then finally output दे, right? That ability is what RNN. यहाँ तक कोई questions like to take? Okay, so that is what an RNN is. There is something called unfolding the RNN because obviously आप GPU पे कर रहे हो तो you need to do everything at once. You can look at that later on. So I have an implement. I didn't know they put this in the okay. So somebody put this here. I have an implement. Nice. This was the original. There are various families for RNN and basically ये क्या करते हैं, ये जो ओरिजिनल इक्वेशन है ना, इसी में चेंजेस कर करके they give you stuff. For example, independent RNN. हाँ, so यहाँ पे HT we are calculating like this, right? WX करके यहाँ पे they are proposing a slightly different equation for calculating the current H, right? This is the element wise product, mud product. You can go and search for all this stuff. लिंक्स सारे उसमें पाई जयपुर वाले उसमें डाल रखे. प्लस द टॉक इज बीइंग रिकॉर्डेड सो यू कैन बाद में भी देख सकते हो. Hadmard product is basically this into this element wise parallel, इसको आप multiply करके क्या, that's a separate. This was pretty decent, I think. साल ही आया. Anyways, तो ये है, this is the basic gist of an RNN. Then moving on, now यहाँ से things are going to go completely mad because काफ़ी कुछ हो चुका है उसके बाद में. Remember, this is actually something around 1947. उसके बाद में काफ़ी टाइम निकल lots of things. So अभी तक any questions, any chit chat, because after this I will be walking for stuff यहाँ पे, all of this. Questions anyone wants to ask can take them now. तब तक मैं पानी पी के मतलब आया, मतलब I'm still listening. पानी पी. Okay, nice. Now going back. Okay. So basically using that basic principle, the matrix manipulation, matrix transformations, you can do tons of stuff, turns out. For example, let's take a look at something very simple. I'm not sure if any one of you have tried this. You have Hindi is walking, translate it very easy. Then when you translate it back, चल रहा है, is walking. Then when you do it the other way around, na, is walking. Oh wow, they have very nice. So what used to happen is that वो चल रहा है, translate to English, he is walking. Or you know, actually we can do this. Back. Oh, but never mind. This used to have a translation error. It used to turn into he's running. This happens primarily because of neural networks. These are not exact systems, and obviously उसको searching for the correct matrix में कहीं पे दिक्कत आया है. So let's take a look at यहाँ से कहाँ जाएं. I don't think you will find this terribly interesting. This was really nice, neural algorithmic units. Basically क्या कहते हैं, your CPU के अंदर जो algorithmic unit है, they replace that with neural network and are able to learn how to perform algorithms. Let's see, Lawrence embeddings was saying ACT. Okay, I'll get to this in the crystal pub thing. Okay, coming to one. Okay, let's move to cool networks. Neural networks generally cannot say I don't know. For example, Google image. Uh, so, for example, image recognition systems accidentally tagged people as gorillas because a network cannot distinguish. A neural network assumes that you are giving it the correct input. For example, आपने neural network train किया to find out the height of, or you can say the weight of people given the height, ठीक है, and then you give it the height of a building and say कि हाँ इसका weight बताओ. It will not say कि I don't know because it does not know the difference between a building and a person. वो happily answer दे देगा. And the problem will be that वो जो assumptions थे कि assumptions that it has learned to produce the weight of the person, they are wrong in case of the building. So this was one paper which addressed that. इन्होंने क्या किया यार, बड़े मस्त डायग्राम्स. हाँ ये for example you can see here what they are trying to do is try and teach the network circle कहाँ पे है, ठीक है. But normal जो neural network होता है, it will either say the entire they were trying to teach it the boundary of a circle, ठीक है, that was the training example. But a normal network could not distinguish between boundary क्या है and inner क्या है. So it will either do this or this, right? Whereas their paper, they were actually able to have the network say कि black में I don't know क्या चल रहा है, white I recognize, and बहुत complex shapes किए थे सारे. For example, this thing having a spiral, even something. There is a class of networks called generative adversarial networks, GANs. They were also unable to do the spirals properly, right? But their network was correctly able to say कि हाँ मैंने इतना ही डेटा देखा है, बाकी मुझे नहीं पता. This was a really nice thing that पिछली कंपनी में भी utilized a lot, because कभी कभी आपके यूजर्स क्या करते हैं, अजीब सा इनपुट दे देते हैं. आपने लेट्स से इमेज रिकॉग्निशन ट्रेन किया है कार्स के ऊपर एंड देन सडनली वो आपको ठेला दिखा रहे हैं, तो योर नेटवर्क शुड बी एबल टू से कि मुझे नहीं पता ये क्या है, इंस्टेड ऑफ सेइंग कि ये मर्सिडीज है. दैट वाज वन रियली नाइस थिंग. लेट्स मूव पॉइंटर नेटवर्क्स. Please stop me anytime and ask questions if you want, क्योंकि I'm going to be. Pointer networks were something which were used to start, yeah, basically pointers. You remember the concept of pointers in C, CPP? What these networks could do was, ये आपका light blue में जो input sequence है, they could point to one of them. This was not done by any other network. So you could say something like Arjun went to Pi Jaipur meetup, full stop. Where is Arjun? And then the network could point to the word Pi Jaipur meetup, like a word or words. So they used this very nicely. This was another variation of RNNs. You can see थोड़ा similar सा लग रहा है. This was a variation of RNNs, and they used it to actually generate the external hull of a set of points. This is a tough problem for neural networks. क्या करते हैं, ये points डाल दिए and then you need to find the एक्सटर्नल कवरिंग पॉलीगन कि सारे पॉइंट्स या तो इसके अंदर हैं या बाउंड्री पे, दैट काइंड ऑफ थिंग. They also tried traveling salesman. Nice. So they actually got pretty far with this, and I say pretty far because they trained the network on some 55 to 50 points. Let's consider ये वाला problem where एक हल ढूंढने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं हम, and उन्होंने क्या किया, they trained it on 50 something points and the network was still working well on 500 points का क्या कहते हैं example, which is important because you want networks to work on data that they have never seen before. This was a very interesting thing. This introduced the concept of attention, right? The way that they did pointers was using attention, and ये attention करके फिर बहुत ऊहा हुआ था, which finally resulted in the thing called a transformer, right? Yeah, this is nice actually. This is pretty funny. This is also RNN based architecture initially, right? But they are using something called a transformer. Transformers came from this paper about, okay, transformers came from this paper about attention. Is uh, so ये बड़ा कॉम्प्लेक्स सा लगता है, but it's actually quite simple once you start writing it. Attention say we had a lot of families of RNNs which were created. ये सिंपल सा RNN का स्ट्रक्चर है, X जाता है हिडन स्टेट, कंटिन्यू करता है, Y आता है वापस, है ना. What they started doing is building neural Turing machines. Turing machines, if you remember, are something which require a tape, a set of instructions, and a set of symbols and so on, right? पाँच छः सात चीज़, right? So you have halting states and all of you have states, the alphabets, the blank input, and all of this. And then you have this huge thing, the table, which is essentially the program. A neural Turing machine is actually able to learn that table. So theoretically what you have is that it is a Turing machine which can program itself given some data. So what have this very nice attention wala thing. Yeah. So you have this thing called a neural Turing machine. I've added the link to this thing. What they started doing is learning Turing machines for tasks like co-reference resolutions. Have things like basically mostly anaphora resolutions. Example है क्या, हाँ. So the music was so loud that it, अब it क्या है ये कैसे पता लगता है, this thing is called a co-reference resolution. अगर if it refers to something which came before, it is called anaphora, cataphora, and so on. So ये बाद में आप पढ़ सकते हो. Neural Turing machines started being used for this kind of a task. Then what you had is something called कहाँ पे है, this is a very nice thing. This is that I think attention is all you need. yeah, this came from attention is all you need. So what you do is you're turning English to, I think this is French, I'm not sure. Okay, this is French. So you have this the gets, you can see the animation. The gets translated directly to it, right? And then agreement is accord. On is, I don't sure how to say that. The European actually goes to two words. Economic, yeah. You can see how every single word is contributing to a lot of other words. Conversely, you can actually see that each word came from some other words. So ऐसे करके attention becomes something very interesting. Then you have something more interesting, that raw audio ko you turn into text, right? So you can see, let's say, let's walk over here. This part of the audio gives me this much, right? And then these words, and then this much, and so this is what attention was used for. Then came ACT. ACT is another amazing concept. You basically let the computer decide how long it wants to calculate something. Do you remember अपना से कहाँ पे? Yeah. So you have x0, and then there is one calculation, one step of calculation. Then there is x1, right? And then there is always one step of calculation and x2. Adaptive compute time, उसने क्या किया कि you have one input, and then the system decides how many steps it wants to calculate, and then you give another input, and then again a variable number of steps for calculation, and then another input, and so on. ACT was very nice for finding out where the full stop happens. I'll just show this to you. It's a very again, this also happened by changing that small equation a little bit. And time that. Okay, so you can see this here, right? And the many people caught in the middle of the, can you read it? Much better. So you can see this is the number of steps that the system has taken to calculate between each word. So you have A, 0, just one step, and D, one step. And as soon as one word is finished, it will, on the space, it will take a few steps to calculate. 3 lega, and then thoda sa aur, thoda sa aur. So we actually observed that every time you finish a word, a little bit of more compute is needed, calculation is needed to digest whatever you have understood so far. And then once you reach a full stop, ये तो मतलब आधा पागल हो जाता है. 8 compute steps, 7 compute steps. The amazing part is we are not telling it how much to calculate. Depending on the data, वो अपने आप calculations figure out कर रहा है कि I need to spend more time on this part of the input. Okay, that is that. Neural programmers is something I don't, not that nice. More complex. Then let's go to, I think RNNs काफी हो गया. We'll start थोड़ा सा RNNs के साथ. You want to take a break अभी 5-10 मिनट का questions? Okay, let's continue. So Lorentz embeddings was another. Now here's the thing. Neural networks लोग कहते use करते हैं, क्या हुआ? ओके, सो न्यूरल नेटवर्क्स यूज़ करते हैं लोग फॉर let's say images and text and god knows what all. There is something that they have not used it a lot for, at least popular उसमें popular क्या कहते हैं, popular usage में, and that is a Lorentz embedding scale. So what you have is something strange. Okay. So if some of you remember, Enron ka internal emails were leaked, right? And that gave basically उनका पूरा internal communication was leaked. Leaked, yeah, released, I don't know. There was some scandal, something happened, and Enron emails are a big thing. But now see, this is where people have used matrix transformations to do really amazing stuff. And I'm only calling it a neural network because that's what everyone calls it. It's actually just matrix transformations. Now look at this. जो छोटे 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 हैं, they are all on the fringes. ठीक है, these are probably the general employees of the company. The CEO is in the center, vice president is in the center, right? All the main actors are in the center. And जैसे जैसे आप उनसे दूर जाते रहते हो, manager and so on, you start seeing people, you start seeing the, you can say, organization hierarchy here. You've got the CEO who's बीच में, and then you've got धीरे 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 दूर दूर जाते जाते you've got different levels of, right? All of this was simply through understanding that this person sent a message to this person. A sent a message to B, which is where you realize that in order to compromise something like some large organization like Indian Army, you don't actually need, or you can say, not just, I shouldn't say this actually, not just Indian Army. In order to understand the organization structure of any organization, the organization hierarchy, you just need to know who talked to whom. That's it. How many times? These, that is all you need to know, and from that you can reconstruct the organization chart. This is true not just for organizations but languages also. So you've got original languages here, Sanskrit and Indo-Aryan, and then you've got all the other branch languages moving on to the sides. And then naturally, because of the way we are learning this, ये सारे जो families of languages हैं, they are all एक साथ हो रखी हैं, ये अपना ही कुछ कर रहा है पता नहीं. So they had a nice paper about, I think that was a Poincaré remedies. These people had a nice graph, so I'm just looking. It's the same thing, but okay. So words, right? You've got prints and all of that, mammals, and basically mammals ka hierarchy chart. And after learning for some time, you know that everyone is mammals, there are carnivores, and so on. ऐसे करके you suddenly move these things into proper hierarchical trees. And the way you do that is using something called a Lorentz space. So you have this entire, ये आपका ट्री का रूट है, यहाँ पे एग्जाम्पल के लिए भी एम्बेडेड अ बाइनरी. ये रूट है, इसके दो चिल्ड्रन, इस चाइल्ड के दो चिल्ड्रन, उसके दो चिल्ड्रन, एंड सो ऑन. Each one of them gets embedded in this space. And now to represent every single entity here and its relation to everyone else in the tree, you just need to store two numbers, x and y. That's all. This is a very interesting and very useful compression method. If you have tree-based data structures or tree-like data structure, you can just embed them using this, and it becomes very, very simple to organize stuff. Things. Okay, coming to something I am very excited about. Neural networks classically require backpropagation to train, which means that they require what was the okay, let's see. कौन है PyKit, does anyone know what is the first requirement for any function to be differentiable? A function is differentiable if it is continuous, right? Functions are only differentiable if they are continuous, which means that हम जो ये normal programs लिखते हैं, a is equal to this much, b is equal to this much, and so on, not all parts of this program are differentiable. So वहाँ पे for example, if you have something like आप लोगों ने पढ़ा होगा ना बैंकर्स एल्गोरिदम, ये क्लासिक है स्कूल कॉलेजेस में बहुत पढ़ाते हैं इसको, ये पढ़ा होगा. Can someone confirm if they've heard of this or give the name of another algorithm they've?
I'm not sure ये स्कूल में पढ़ाते हैं या नहीं, but नाम जरूर सुना है.
Okay, bankers is for resource colleges में during OS they used to teach us this for race condition calculation. So for example, how would you combine banker's algorithm with a neural network? That is not yet very clear. Other than this, at least I have seen only this paper. इन्होंने क्या किया? They took something called Hungarian algorithm and they actually mixed that with a neural network. So the neural network works in coordination with this Hungarian algorithm. And it's not a differentiable algorithm because you're making if statements and all of that, right? So it's a very interesting paper which lets you combine conventional programming with data learned neural networks. So क्या किया था? They had some were also using experimental settings. क्या था? Initialize this form 0. Okay, Quora question pair. This was the data set that they used. But the point is that they combined an actual conventional programming algorithm with the neural network, and they got it to work, which was very, very cool. That coupled with the fact that most languages are driven by grammars, you suddenly have this opening where you could combine language grammar with so you could actually learn to generate syntactically valid programs, and that was done for this. There is a data set called Spider that we used to work on in our previous company. We were generating, people used to ask normal questions. So given a data set and the the schema for that data set, we were working on a medical thing. People used to ask questions like how many trials succeeded for so and so drug, and our job was to turn that natural question and propose an SQL statement for that question. And this is the kind of thing that neural networks are really good at, because हमारी training में what we used to do is हमारा कुछ नहीं था, basically we just got a bunch of normal SQL statements and fed it to the neural network so that it learned, right? And then because we coupled it with the SQL grammar, the generated output was always correct. We knew that it was guaranteed to be syntactically correct. And then the only problem was कि ये meaning सही है या नहीं, which was the part that the neural network was handling. And I see काफी advancement हो चुका है. Last I worked on this was August. Yeah, I think IronNet was the best at that time. Yeah. So you have this entire family of things happening where you could combine grammars with neural networks and get them to work together. That's mostly okay. Yes, once you are if you really like these kinds of things, some of the people that I love to follow is this guy. ये बहुत I don't know, आधा पागल आधा genius है, क्या आदमी है. All these links that you are seeing, they are all different concepts, different papers, different, and it's amazing. And another person is Udaya Pearl. He works with causality. I'm not sure if you have heard of the book that he recently authored. Yeah, this one. So ये दो people हैं who have worked a lot on artificial intelligence and networks and so on. Jürgen himself, he did a lot of stuff. For example, he did one of the things that I wrote about, heat pipe networks, if you've seen that. There was this strange neural network thing that he did where he actually took something from thermodynamics, applied it to neural networks, and chal gaya. That was the strange part. Chal gaya wo. So yeah, strange. But yeah, these are some of the gold mines for getting a lot of the ideas and so on. These things. Okay, I think that finishes what I have to say about these things. All paper links for them. Any questions and discussions? आज तो इस बार तो छोटा सा ही मीटअप.
एक सिंपल क्वेश्चन लाइक इससे रिलेटेड नहीं, अभी आखिर में बोला आपने कि थर्मोडायनेमिक्स वाली चीज़ एक बार में चली गई.
हाँ.
सो डू यू थिंक कि आने वाले कुछ सालों में वी विल सी अ रियल फिजिक्स इंजन,
I don't
नॉट अ
think
फिजिक्स इंजन?
you mean like a Carnot engine?
नो, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट जैसे नॉर्मल गेम इंजन्स होते हैं ना,
ओह अच्छा, ओके ओके.
तो उसके अंदर फिजिक्स सिमुलेटेड होती है. दैट इज नॉट द रियल फिजिक्स मोड. थिंक इतना एडवांसमेंट होगा कि वी विल सी अ रियल वर्ल्ड फिजिक्स इंजन?
I don't know. So let me understand. I don't think I understand the question completely. You are saying, obviously we know right now that games वगैरह में जो physics engines होते हैं, they are taking shortcuts. They are not actually computing the equations which govern real physics, right? So what you're asking is, will we have a physics engine which will compute the actual equations, right?
नहीं, आई एम सेइंग कि फॉर एग्जांपल टुडे गेम्स जो फिजिक्स इंजन फॉलो करते हैं,
हाँ.
जो गेम इंजन फॉलो करते हैं, उसके अंदर जो फिजिक्स होती है वो रियल वर्ल्ड फिजिक्स से अलग होती है.
Okay.
So do you think कि आने वाले टाइम में like advancement इतना होगा कि we will have a actually follow real physics, not
I don't have
physics
sufficient
but game development?
I don't have sufficient knowledge about how they are not following real physics. इसीलिए थोड़ा
Um,
like for example, I know that fluids are always approximated. They are never calculated exactly. I know that collision calculation is fake, right? But other than that,
everything is fake.
huh? I guess you could have strange है.
Basically, if I remember correctly, the पढ़ा था. It was Portal. So Portal is a game developed by I forget the name
Okay.
of the company. जिसने CS:GO बनाया है उसी ने.
Okay, okay, okay.
Valve. हाँ.
हाँ.
So Valve ने Portal बनाया था and Portal was one of its own kind game. Like उसने पूरा like उसके लिए अलग से game engine लिखना पड़ा था because the game was kind of really different. ठीक है, normal games की तरह नहीं था.
Okay.
So I read a paper which was saying कि क्या अगर real physics engine जब आ जाएगा games वगैरह में
हाँ.
तो क्या पोर्टल उस समय बन सकता है, क्योंकि उस समय उनको टाइम ध्यान में रियल. आखिर में तुमने थर्मोडायनेमिक्स वाला बता दिखा लाइक
हाँ.
ओके वी आर एडवांसिंग आई कैन देख. और इससे पहले यू आर टॉकिंग अबाउट स्पाइडर. सो स्पाइडर में मेरा एक क्वेश्चन था.
हाँ.
सो स्पाइडर इज समथिंग जो सिंटेक्स फ्री कर रहा है स्किल को.
No, not really. Spider, I think Spider dataset, I don't know if they have changed it. Spider dataset used to have, they used to give you the schema, key, this is the table, this is how the foreign keys are laid out and so on. And they used to give a natural question and expect a कहते हैं, SQL output. Now because SQL actually changes across, like MySQL use कर रहे हो, Postgres use कर रहे हो, क्या कर रहे हो, so they actually require output in some, I don't know, intermediate JSON format. So that is what they're doing. Basically what they're doing is given the schema and the natural question, can you generate the SQL? Okay, there. So you know that table 1 relates to table 2 via this foreign key, and so I have to join it over there and then group by this and ऐसे करके ना. So that is what they are trying to achieve on that data set.
ओके. और क्या आपको कोई पेपर वगैरह पता है जिसके बारे में जिसमें यही सिंटेक्स फ्री के बारे में बात हो रही हो, सिंटेक्स फ्री लैंग्वेज ग्रामर?
Syntax free language grammar, all these things. Oh, syntax free language grammar, I don't know. Syntax free, nahi, I don't know. Can you explain that a little? I don't understand syntax free language
बेसिकली
grammar.
मैंने कल ही इसके बारे में पढ़ा था.
हाँ.
was doing related to something और बीच में ही टर्म आ गया तो मैं इस पे रिसर्च करने लग गया था.
Okay.
सिंटेक्स फ्री इज समथिंग लाइक व्हेन यू से आप नॉर्मली लिख सकते हो, नॉर्मली बोल सकते हो. फॉर एग्जांपल इनिशियलाइज अ वेरिएबल विद 4. सो कंप्यूटर विल पास दिस एज like the user is asking for a variable. Variable name is also given by user and the value is also given by the user. So this is syntax free कि कुछ भी लिखो अगर वो इंग्लिश है तो it will get passed as
Oh, अच्छा,
like
अच्छा, okay.
वो अपने आप सिंटेक्स क्रिएट कर लेगा.
Okay, no, I don't think I explored that area a lot. I did explore switchable grammars. There was this project called Antler Parser. I explored something where you could switch between languages with a simple जैसे हम उसमें नहीं करते GitHub में, where we just do something like this Python and then यहाँ Python code आ गया and then you have SQL and SQL code आ गया and so on. So I explored some of that, but that's free. I have never done.
Okay.
थोड़ा सा there was some I remember when I was writing PyTongue, some people contacted me for uh, I don't know. I'll dig through my emails and find out. Basically, when I wrote PyTongue, it blew up, and someone asked me to help out with a language that they were building, which was basically क्या कहते हैं, uh, plain English, right? You could just write English and it'll work. But I
हाँ,
think
that is scientific free.
हाँ, I don't remember the name of the project though. But मैंने उस टाइम पे देखा था and they were eventually heading to something like Esperanto. Uh, so I just avoided it. Right. Okay. Other questions are welcome. और कौन है कौन chat? आयुषी. तो ये था. I know she asked for ResNet, but ResNet does not really apply to language straightforwardly. Obviously, टेढ़ा मेढ़ा करके कर सकते हैं. So originally क्या था? Originally जो neural networks थे, they used to have like I said, that equation, right? And then बाद में we started having convolutional neural networks. We used to have layer 1, layer 2, layer 3. ResNet was basically इस layer का output यहाँ पे add कर दो एक skip करके. This becomes a block, right? And then you have multiple blocks. That was the ResNet architecture. उसके original paper में कहीं I think I'm not. See, the nice thing about neural networks is because they are matrices, you can just represent them with photos. So you have this basic building block, residual building block, ये वाला. Again, this f and x, these are all basically just the same equation. And then what they do is when you apply multiple of such blocks, you get the network architecture. This is the basically this is what they call a deep neural network, because it's very big, it's very deep. So other than that, translation, I think translation के लिए Hugging Face is the best place to be, right?
अर्जुन शायद स्क्रीन शेयरिंग में दिक्कत आई है बिकॉज मैं काफी देर से आपका सेम स्क्रीन देख पा रहा हूँ.
Okay. One sec. Let me know if it's visible now.
हाँ, it works for me now.
Sorry, I think it means something is wrong with my X server. Yeah, something, I don't know. बीच में drop हो जाता है. This was the ResNet thing. I'm guessing you guys missed ResNet completely. So ये था where you have the basic building block like this, and then if you go deep, this is what a deep network looks like. It's huge, and each of these is a single building block. That's what you get. That was the original thing for the ResNet thing. Now the problem is that ResNet actually functions well on two-dimensional या फिर one-dimensional local correspondence. Local correspondence or local correlation is images. जहाँ पे अगर कोई चीज़ है, chances हैं कि पास वाली चीज़ similar होएगी. That's where these kinds of architectures work very well. I didn't cover it today because language का मांगा था, and language is mostly RN and CNN. Talking about translation, Hugging Face is your biggest friend right now. they work amazingly on language. इन्होंने बहुत कुछ solve किया है language के लिए. And Kingface and Spacey.io. These guys are the language to do, मतलब to go. अगर कुछ चाहिए तो यहाँ पे जाओ. Amazingly fast, amazingly efficient. काफ़ी हद तक they are beating the rest of the industry on. तो ये है yeah. Any other questions? Talking about your, the only reason I mentioned that thermodynamics thing was न्यूरल नेटवर्क की जब बात करते हैं ना लोग, they all talk about back propagation and हाँ हम SGD करेंगे and so on, and they don't realize that there are a ton of different methods which are very useful in different situations. That heat pipe thing is a very strange thing, but it is extremely useful for image transformations. So that's why I mentioned it. कि ऐसे मतलब यूर्गन जैसे लोगों के होम पेज पे जाओगे, you'll find such ridiculous ideas which actually work. Yeah, that's the reason I mentioned it. Yeah. Or any other questions? Other stuff you explore? Is this other? Let me see. I don't know. इस पे काम करे काफी टाइम हो गया. Yeah, see. So Squad is actually a question answering data set. They will. So let's say they give you a passage and they give you a question and you have to highlight the answer. So human performance, although this is again this is questionable because data set काफी पुराना है. Performance is at 86 and 89. Machine performance is much better, but it fails miserably when you use it in the real world. उसके लिए we used to use Marco set. Marco data set. कोड का है. So these guys have a slightly different. The reason Squad doesn't work well is वो पूरा Wikipedia से लिया है, which is very clean, very good and decent English. Marco is taken from the real internet. तो language कई बार ऐवे होती है. This is the thing. Marco was very interesting. इसका जो एक ranking task है, they've changed this stuff. So this task, re-ranking by relevance, this task was हमने अपने interns के लिए रखा था, and then while they were doing it, they released it as a Microsoft sponsored challenge. Very nice. I mean, interns are very excited कि अरे हमारा काम Microsoft कर रहा है. It was very nice. Any other questions? Anything you guys want to talk about? I don't know. Otherwise, I think the meetup is close to finishing. एक घंटा बचा है almost. शाम को, अच्छा हाँ, शाम को SOA का कॉल है. In case anyone has still not taken a look at this, please take a look. It's very nice. in later. And I think Anchal has been working a lot on the Python track. Once it is finished, we will release it. Right now, it's locked. But otherwise, it's take a look. मेरे को ये बड़े पसंद आए यार. I don't know how. I love this. Thanks to thanks to whoever did. Okay, I guess if you don't have any other questions, meetup is done then. We'll meet in the evening for SOA. Any final parting questions or bye bye? Okay, right. Thank you for joining, and we will meet. Bye.
Bye.